and welcome to shit.
Oh, come on, man.
It's nearly 10 o'clock at night. I'm tired. It's like the last thing I've got to do today. So let's just get it over with. All right, take two.
Right. Take two.
Hello and welcome to the Nerdemic Podcast. My name is Callum John.
With me is... No.
We've done this 3 times before.
To be fair, we have done it 3 times, but we haven't actually talked about the order. I'll tell you what. Let's make an order now. Callum, Rue.
Hello! Oh, wait,
Jesus Christ.
Wait. Hello and welcome to the Nerdemic Podcast. My name is Callum John.
I'm Rue.
And I'm Seth.
Yes, we are back for episode 2. We just had Halloween and Comic Con.
Yeah, episode 2. The editor strikes back.
To be honest, I've so far...
I thought up that an hour ago.
That's
okay?
very
That's very clever.
I've been waiting to say
so
that.
if you look at what I've been naming the podcasts on the thing, the last one was called The Reboot Hope.
Yes, I noticed that,
Yep.
which is where the editor came from. However, the only problem with that is that we're very close to running out of Star Wars films.
No, we're not, because we still got the prequels.
What? I suppose that's just going to
We've
confuse
got
everyone.
the cartoons as well.
and we got the Clone Wars.
All right,
Yeah.
all
All
right, we can.
And Rebels and Rogue One. So yeah, as always, we have many things to discuss in 15 minutes, which is always fun because it's sort of like a wrap up. I'm sorry I'm like half an hour late.
I can't say anything like so. It's fine.
Yeah. I was stuck in traffic going back from Oxford, so it's just like...
This is weird. It's unusual being the punctual one with the moral high ground.
Oh, by the way, guys, now that I've seen that both of you are now following the Twitter,
Yeah.
I would recommend...
We got there eventually.
well, this is good. I mean, it's like this. Last week you subscribed. This week you followed the Twitter. Are you gonna like the Facebook page next week?
I actually think I've already liked the
I'm
Facebook
pretty sure
page,
I
so-
already like the Facebook page too. And frankly,
I'm ahead on this one.
Frankly, I don't appreciate your tone. I think I did. No, I definitely did.
Did you know that we now have 300 subscribers?
Oh, another 100.
You're joking? We've got 100. We've got up 100 since last week.
Yeah, we have 301 subscribers.
That's awesome.
But to be honest, like there'll be a day when we actually get big, slightly bigger than we are, and we actually have a dedicated fan base. We just need to keep releasing content. That's all it is.
At this stage, we're not going to get smaller, are we? If we get any smaller, the only people watching the podcast will be us 3.
Oh man.
Do you wanna go ahead and kick us off, Callum? I suppose we might as well get started, or we'll be going to bed late. And I'm sleepy because I went to spin.
Give me a second. Let me just open up the Google page because I've got it open, but I haven't got it opened. If that makes sense.
Yep.
It doesn't, but continue.
Basically, like I'm on the thing, but I've not actually got the tab open.
Oh, okay.
So
Right,
I'm gonna
gotcha,
do that
gotcha.
right now so we can start.
See, we just spent 45 seconds talking about Callum opening a Google Doc. Piece of piss, this 15 minutes business.
You can make something out of that. Oh,
Yes, I can, and it will be about a third of the length.
Yeah, please do. Coming up, we've actually got our questions, which you're probably asking, how can you get involved with this? Well, I'll tell you. You can find us on Twitter at Nerdemic Show, or you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Nerdemic Show, and of course on our YouTube page, Nerdemic, and the website, nerdemic.co.uk.
Or just drop in. Send us a postcard. Why not? The internet's new tech, but we don't all have to use it. You know, come and knock on Callum's door. That's not weird.
I'm not giving my address away because...
You should give your address away. That's alright, I know your address.
No, you do, but I'm not giving it away publicly because...
I'm obviously joking.
Yeah, obviously.
You should definitely not do that.
You get some weirdos on the internet.
Yes, you do.
we're a couple of them here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting when we go live. But if you do want to send us a question, please add the hashtag AskNerdemic.
All right. Why don't we crack on with what's been happening in the week? Callum, what have you been up to?
So last weekend, I went to MCM, the London Comic Con, with my girlfriend for 2 days, which was incredible. It was her first time going to a Comic Con of any sort, like, properly.
Did you enjoy it?
She loved it, and I especially loved it as well, actually, because I ended up doing sort of a different style to what I normally do when it comes to Comic Cons. I was a lot more involved this year, if that makes sense.
It does.
Because if you go to, if people like who go to Comic Cons, you really easily work out there are different ways of how you can enjoy yourself there.
I usually get drunk, so that's just me.
Yeah, but you're Irish. That's how you enjoy yourself anywhere.
That's a stereotype. I'm just an alcoholic on my own.
I got something signed by Peter Davison.
Remind the viewers who don't know who he is.
If
who he is.
people
kinda.
who
So many good
don't
things.
know who Peter Davison is the fifth Doctor from the
Oh.
popular television series Doctor Who.
Who?
Oh, cool. That's all right, I didn't know who was either.
Doctor Who.
What do you mean who? Oh, I see.
Which now
I'm here all week, guys.
Which now means I actually have an autograph of the fifth, sixth, and seventh Doctor, which I've all got at Comic Cons. And apart from MCM and that, not much really, because I spent the rest of the time here in the office with my girlfriend because she was over from Malta.
Okay, if you say the words "my girlfriend" one more time, the next time you say it, I'm going to amplify it to 30 decibels. Just to make a point.
Anyway, moving on. So that was my weekend, and that was what I got up to with MCM and everything. What about you guys?
Yeah, so this weekend I've actually had my brother's stag do. So it was pretty fun. I started on Saturday, went on till about Monday, and then Halloween was on Monday. So as you can imagine, not much sleep. So I'm running on fumes pretty much.
Do you want to know what my brother's stag do was like?
Always.
Yeah, so do I, because I wasn't invited.
Wow!
Not that that's a sore point or anything.
That's cool.
My God.
Yeah, isn't it just? Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, so do you want to know about an actual stag do?
Yeah,
or?
so I'm sorry. I just
Yeah,
wanted to-
go
I just wanted
ahead,
to
go
cut it.
ahead.
Please continue with your weekend.
We started drinking at the airport at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it continued until about maybe 7 or 8 that night until people started like falling over from drunkenness. But the city we were in was actually really cool. It's a city in Poland. I can't pronounce it, but it's spelled Warklaw. It's like a city that Hitler took over back in the day, and he was going to make it into like the capital for the high-end Nazis. So like the architecture there is incredible.
Oh, okay.
Say what you want about the Nazis, they know how to make some fucking architecture.
To be fair, their imagination was never a problem.
Yeah. So yeah, that was what pretty much all I did. And then Monday was up until I think 8:30 in the morning for Halloween because Belfast's it's a horrible, horrible place.
I will just pop in very quickly and say, no, damn it, does not condone Nazism. We just admire good architecture.
Yeah. So what about you, Ben? Get up to much over the weekend?
Well, I went up to a Halloween party and got absolutely wrecked. A little bit too wrecked, to be honest. It was a Halloween weekend here. I mean, I think pretty much, well, it was a Halloween weekend everywhere. That was a fucking stupid thing to say. But what I was supposed to do in the week as well is, as you guys will know, I was supposed to watch that new film, The Accountant, with Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah.
Well, what actually happened, because me and my friend got an advanced screening. But what actually happened is I sat in a dark room for half an hour. They tried to figure out how to operate the DVD player in the projector room, and then gave up and went to the Chinese buffet next door.
Successful night all the
Obviously, I told my girlfriend I went bowling because I'm supposed to be on a diet, but you know.
I'm sure she'll find out in the podcast soon enough. So.
Yeah.
That's right. She doesn't listen to it. So, what do we think? Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian?
I think that's a fantastic cast.
Yeah. I don't have any issue with it. Like,
I'm a massive fan of Donald Glover, as made most famous, arguably, by Community. I'm a huge fan of Donald Glover,
Yeah.
and I think he's
a good watch.
I think he's going to own that.
I definitely think he has the charisma, because if with one thing you can describe the character of Lando from the original trilogy as being, it's suave.
Yeah, I agree. I think Troy's going to kick that ass.
I believe, Ben, you have a short review of one of the big new video games that have come out.
Titanfall 2. Well, to be honest with you, Callum, I'd be hard pushed to do a long review because they really weren't kidding when they said it was short. like, that is not a lie. To be fair, they also weren't kidding when they said it is one of the most original, imaginative campaigns in recent history. Because I think we all agree that FPS is going a little bit dry these days. As much as they keep pumping out Battlefields and Call of Duties, the mechanics are the same. It's just the setting that keeps changing with slight differences. But Titanfall 2, it does, it's a little bit original. It keeps the mechanics of the first game, and you got the wall running. You got the wall running and the sort of parkour style stuff, and it does speed things up quite nicely. Other than that, it pretty much is Call of Duty, and then obviously you got the Titans as well, which is pretty kick-ass. So the single-player campaign, obviously I won't say anything really about it story-wise because of spoilers. But suffice to say, it is actually a really original campaign. It's a sort of campaign you'll probably play 3 or 4 times, which is handy because I didn't rush it and I rinsed it in about 4 hours. It really is pretty short, but your character's easy to identify with, and it's basically the story is without saying too much, it's sort of based around him sort of getting the Titan and building up a bit of a bond with it. And to be fair, that's done really nicely. Like, you actually do build up a bit of a connection with the Titan, and it is really quite cool. As for the usual jazz, yeah, graphics are nice, sceneries are nice. The level design is probably the most original I've seen in an FPS for a good 5 or 6 years. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about that. The other thing I wanted to talk about is, have either of you guys seen Pixels, that Adam Sandler movie that got absolutely slated?
I have not.
It is awful.
Did you think? I really loved it. I really enjoyed it.
I despise it. It's terrible.
I like Adam Sandler. The contrary to popular belief.
I actually.
This is interesting.
I despise Adam Sandler.
Oh, well, there we go then.
I despise his work. Not because of just like the normal way of, is Adam Sandler. I just find him lazy. And as a filmmaker, myself, just like the fact that he's able just to... It actually sometimes feels like he's just making particular projects just so he can do particular things with his mates.
That's what you do. That's what I do, to be fair.
I would definitely do that.
Yeah.
But it's just...
Nah, the reason I bring up Pixels is I'm gonna beseech you to watch this, Rue, and then report back to us next week. Because the reason I bring it up is because I would probably give that a 7 out of 10. I was so surprised by how funny.
I'm going to take a note of it right now.
I was so surprised by how funny I thought it was. I thought, like, to be fair, you have to like Adam Sandler. But if you like Adam Sandler and Kevin James, I was dead surprised. I thought it was really actually quite funny. I thought the Adam Sandler jokes were actually pretty good. I thought the storyline wasn't that bad. And Sean Bean was amazing.
Is Sean Bean in it? Definitely watching this.
I've definitely worked out from like the last couple of... You and I have very different tastes when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah. That helps us be good hosts.
Oh yeah, it's very important to allow us to have different styles, but...
Quite simple, really. My tastes are right and your tastes are wrong. That's how different tastes we have.
I have one word to describe the entire... Like, as my response to the entirety of what you just said.
Okay.
Cubert.
What's wrong with Cubert? He was cute. He was adorable.
Yeah, and then transforms into, like, spoilers, you haven't seen the film, but I don't really care because I don't watch it. He transforms into a woman at the end for the entire reason of just allowing the very cliche happy ever after for one of the stupid characters.
You're quite right, he does. However, Adam Sandler then hangs a lantern on that by saying it's weird. And
just by saying it's weird doesn't get a free pass.
Yeah, it does. It's called hanging a lantern on it. That's exactly what that's for.
Yeah, but
I will finish up with this though. However, if you guys have seen Pixels and you disagree with me, which to be honest, the last time I checked, 86% of the internet does, then let us know in the comments what you thought of Pixels. If you think I'm an idiot, that's also fine. If
you agree with me, hashtag Team Callum.
Hashtag vote Callum.
And you agree with Ben?
No. You don't get to intro my side because you're not going to do it justice. If you agree with me and you think Pixels, whilst potentially not having the greatest storyline of being the best film, you still enjoyed it, hashtag vote Seth. Yeah, Rue, this includes you as well. You got to watch this film.
Oh, I'm definitely going to. Sean Bean, Adam Sandler, you can't really go wrong.
See, there you go. Do you like Kevin James? Did you watch I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry?
I did, and I enjoyed it. So
yeah, you know Kevin James, the dynamic between those two?
Yeah.
Very strong in Pixels.
Okay.
Same dynamic.
Okay, that's good, because I enjoyed that.
I'm going to use this as a bounce off to describe a film I saw this week, which you could say has similar style of humour to Pixels, however, I believe has a very better storyline and way of presenting. And it's a very cliche, a lot of people have spoken about this before. Sausage Party. I saw that for the first time this week.
I actually want to watch that. So
do I. I'm a big fan of James Franco and that crowd.
I funny enough, I hate James Franco. But I do want to watch Sausage Party because James Franco is just a dick joke with a face.
But a pretty handsome face, to be fair.
It is a handsome face, but
pretty smiley face.
If you've wasted your life and watched that This Is the End crap.
I enjoyed that immensely.
Are you joking? It was just 2 hours of dick jokes.
Yeah, with Dan McBride, and he is probably the best person for dick jokes.
Fair enough. Sorry, Callum. Please continue.
Did you not enjoy Pineapple Express then, Ben?
I haven't seen Pineapple Express because James
Oh.
Franco's in it.
You need to watch that. It'll change your opinion of him.
Are you sure?
I am 52% sure it will change your opinion.
Okay, James Franco has like a tiny role. It's like basically a scene.
I'm also not a fan of Seth Rogen.
Oh.
I am and I'm not.
Love-hate relationship with
I
him.
think he's amazing in supporting roles.
Yeah, I agree with you in some ways there, but I have a love-hate relationship with his films. Most of them I'm not a big fan of, but he has got the occasional film like, oh yeah, I kind of enjoy that.
What else have you been watching or playing or whatever this week?
Nothing, and I believe we should probably move on.
All right, Rue, what about you? Hey, you know the rules. We have one each. Rue.
Is this my review?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah,
like,
that's right.
Tell us something you watched or.
Rue, you're up.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, okay. So what have I been doing? I recently got. Did you guys know if you had Skyrim on Steam and you had the DLC, you got the remastered for free?
What?
I didn't know this, and I do have it, so I should probably.
You get the remastered for free, and it's pretty much just 3 or 4 gigs of just upgraded graphics, and it's beautiful. Like I almost cried when I first played it again.
That's insane. So wait, so you don't get it so that's just on Steam?
That's just on Steam.
So if you own a console version, you still will go out and buy a $60 version.
If you own a console version, you're not part of the PC master race, so you don't deserve a free copy of anything. To be fair, so
don't get me started. That's another argument for today. But yeah, I've got it on Steam. I'm definitely gonna do that now. So let's move on to one of my personal new areas of the podcast, which is our questions from the audience.
Okay, and I will start off with some questions we have gotten.
We're going to have to do that again because Rue didn't realise that he was the primary host for the questions.
Yep. Because
Rue didn't read the schedule.
Here we go, guys. We're going to come up with some great questions we've got from our fantastic fans, audience, Twitter guys. One question we got from Twin Eats Cereal was, what is the most exciting thing to happen to you over the last year? Ask Nerdemic. So we'll start with Callum.
I would say probably the most exciting thing that's me in the last year, apart from the cliche of something to do with my relationship, because I think I've said that enough so far, is probably...
You mentioned that once or twice.
is definitely actually this stuff, Nerdemic, because it's been a big year for Nerdemic. This time last year, we were just transferring over to being YouTubers, our prominent outsource of entertainment, and I've become a bigger filmmaker recently.
And what about yourself, Ben? Anything really exciting happened to you this last year?
I'm actually literally sitting here right now just looking through my Facebook pictures trying to figure out if anything interesting happened in the past year. I went to a load of weddings. I've got to that phase of my life where everyone else is getting married,
that can't be fun.
Popping out kids and so I've just got the same suit. Man, I've been hammered in that suit so many times now. My highlight is definitely I went to a friend of mine's wedding in Germany. That was really, really awesome. But it turns out a German wedding finishes when the sun comes up. So we were drinking until 5 or 6 a.m. But that was a 4-day weekend, and the whole thing was really awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and for myself, I'd say the most exciting thing I've done is I went to a festival in Ziget. It's like a little island off the coast of Budapest, and this year over 500,000 tickets sold for it. So there's over the 11 days it was on, 500,000 people were walking about. I've never been drunk with so many people around, but so that was pretty exciting. It was also probably one of the worst hangovers I've had of my life every single day, so that was fun.
Yeah, so I guess that's pretty much all we got time for. That's about wraps us up for 15 minutes for you guys anyway. It's actually we've been banging on for about nope, too much. So guys, thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week with the Nerdemic news, a couple of game reviews, film reviews, and stuff like that for your listening. Oh, come on! Right, you're treading on my territory with this podcast.
Well, someone's got to be the police for the police.
That's true.
He watches the Watchmen.
That'll be the IPCC. But anyway, so thanks. That's about all we got time for, guys. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll be back next week with another podcast. So see you later. Goodbye from Callum.
Goodbye.
Goodbye from Rue.
Goodbye.
And goodbye from yours truly, Seth. We'll catch you guys next week. Have a good week.
Keep it nerdy, guys.